For most people relocating to Germany, the first months after arrival are full of struggles. Smart people who are fully prepared for their move end up overlooking some critical things like understanding international taxation rules or having false assumptions on how the German system works.
In this video, we will cover the top 5 things everyone planning their move to Germany must know before their move. Knowing these tips could easily save you upwards of 5 figures.
Hey, my name is Jen and I'm from Guatemala.
And mine is Yvonne and I'm German.
Together, we're from Simple Germany, where we've been helping people for the past 5 years plan and prepare for their move to Germany more
smoothly. Let's start with number 1. I was on the phone the other day with our German tax consultant, one of the vetted experts for our mentorship program. He told me the story of Claude, who had moved from Belgium to Germany. While living in Germany happily, he received payments from an asset he was still holding in Belgium. He diligently paid his taxes in Belgium and was sure that he was doing everything right. Until one day he received a letter from the German Finanzamt, the IRS, telling him that he owed 300,000 euros in taxes.
As it turns out, he needed to pay taxes in Germany and not Belgium. He now has to somehow make this payment in Germany and try to get the money back from the Belgian government. Good luck with that one.
Now, if he had known to consult an expert before his move to learn how to handle international assets, he could have avoided this tax bill of 300,000 euros. So lesson number 1 is, if you will be getting any international income in Germany, make sure to develop a plan before your move.
Now to number 2. We received an email from John from the US sharing his journey with us. He came to Germany with his 90-day visa-free entry with the hopes of finding a job during that time. Once he had the job offer, his plan was to apply for his work permit from within Germany. That sounds pretty easy, right?
In theory, yes. So John started to apply for jobs and also started to get some callbacks. Everything was going smoothly. But the whole interview and hiring process was moving very slowly. His 90 days were up and he had no job offer in sight. So to not stay illegally in Germany, he had to leave the EU for at least 90 days until he could re-enter. This led to unplanned costs such as extra flights and accommodation. Not to mention, of course, the stress of not having secured a job yet.
So lesson number 2 is that 90 days is usually not enough time to land in Germany and get a job contract. So make sure to budget for a backup plan when choosing this route.
Let's move on to number 3. This year, we ran a survey with our newsletter readers who have already moved to Germany. We asked them what they wish they would have known before their move. And one of the replies that we had gotten was from Monica from the US. She wished she had known more about how the German health insurance system works. She's been living for a few months in Germany and has had difficulty entering the public health system.
Now, having health insurance in Germany is mandatory. So, as an interim solution, she had to book a health insurance plan that, to her surprise, only covers emergency visits. It doesn't cover pre-existing conditions, routine checkups, or vaccines. So, she's been paying for these things out of pocket. This is an expense she had not considered when moving to Germany.
So lesson 3 is getting access to German health insurance depends on many factors. It's not a free pass. So it's important to get the right guidance and information on your options before you move. So again, you can know which costs to budget for.
Number 4. Another reply we got from our newsletter survey about what do you wish you would have known before moving to Germany was from Felipe from Chile. This one's a tough one. He moved to Germany with his wife and 4 kids. None of them spoke German. When he went to enroll his kids into public school, he soon realized that because of the kids' age and the lack of German skills, enrollment was not so straightforward.
He wrote to us that if he had known the academic struggles his children would face, he would have reconsidered the timing of their move. Putting 4 kids into a private international school was not an option for him, because the monthly tuition per child for a private international school can easily cost 2,000 euros.
So lesson number 4 is that if you're planning a move to Germany with your kids, timing is everything. Understanding what German schools and grades your kids will be placed in based on their age is key.
Number 5. We were at an event 2 weeks ago actually and met Sahil. He moved from India to Germany. His plan was very simple. land in Germany, crash for a few days at a hotel, and go out and find a long-term apartment quickly. Unfortunately, things did not go as planned. He very soon realized that finding a long-term apartment in Germany actually takes a lot of time. And he ended up staying at this hotel for 2 months.
By staying months in this hotel, he delayed registering his address in the city, which is a mandatory step everyone moving to Germany has to do. This process is called Anmeldung in German. And because he delayed his Anmeldung, everything else got delayed. His residence permit application, being able to open a German bank account, and worst of all, delaying receiving his salary. Sahil did not know that you cannot register with a hotel address.
So lesson number 5 is that you should not book a hotel for your first accommodation in Germany. If you're going for a short-term accommodation, which is a good idea, you need to make sure that you can register with that address before you book it. To learn how to do your registration and learn what other tripwires to avoid in this particular process, you need to watch this video on how to do the Anmeldung next. Until next time.
Tschüss!